Yeah, I cut some pieces.
Mine is a little bit beat up. I'll take another one.
Actually, try the one on the left. That's the roofing one. I think this is the roofing one. So I'm thinking about it. Yeah. Oh, and there are the extra. You guys need just put that on the ground. Those are your lead-based paints.
Huh?
I got a whole bunch.
You guys got a bunch of lead-based paint brochures.
No.
There's some in there too.
Oh, yeah. No idea.
All right, make sure you got baffles. Anybody else need some baffles?
I'll take one. Mine's beat up.
I saw a roll of Ridge Bud on 59 yesterday.
Yeah.
One. Not the one needs some. It's an Omni roll, I think.
Oh, did you pick it up? Put it in the...
No, it was in the middle of the highway.
All right, how about these sure nail?
Oh, strips I got from there.
Yeah.
I need
strips.
I need some of those.
So this is a question that probably asking a little late, but Oak Ridge shingle, does that get Chanel as well?
No.
Okay.
That's the other things between the two.
You have any of these, Matt?
Chanel? Yeah. There's a couple extras for you.
Sure, that was.
I got some. I found them in the bin the other day, so all right, you can. Yeah.
My fucking felt paper is garbage though.
Yeah.
By now it should be.
I think I still have that roll at my house.
Dave's is beef jerky.
Yeah, mine's still a piece of beef jerky.
Yeah, and guys with that too, I mean, I know we tear it up and it's great for showing and stuff like that, but felt paper, we got fucking pallets and pallets full of felt paper back there. So if you guys need a couple new pieces of it and everything else to, you know, instead of using that same ripped up piece over and over and over, yeah, we'll load that up on there. You guys got the brochures, you guys got the baffles. I know you were talking, what other samples? You sent me a couple different things of what you were looking for. What are you guys all looking for? What do you need?
I need a gray back piece.
Yeah, some great
I-
pieces.
It's hard to come by, but
I know, I've looked in the back too and I couldn't find anything, so.
I brought a bunch of it.
Can I get
I won't say.
a cedar shake fold out?
Cedar shake.
Yeah. Cedar Discovery fold out thingy.
You need a structure, right?
I need a,
I don't have a
yeah, I
stru-
need a structure.
I don't have a
yeah.
structure either.
He needs a structure
Yes,
too.
that's one thing I do need is a
Hey,
structure.
do you have a structure? Do you know what structure is?
How many structures?
I need one.
Two.
Two.
Yes,
Do you
I
have
know.
one?
Brian has one.
Brian?
Yes.
So I need two of those. Who else needs cedar impressions? Cedar discoveries.
Oh, I got that.
Just one of those. Grayback, I'm guessing all of you.
Yeah, I need gray back.
Dave, do you need grayback?
I have one, but it's always nice to have one that you can break and leave in your bag.
Guys, with the grayback, you're gonna notice that on a lot of your installs. If you're on a siding job that's a vinyl tear off, chances are it's probably some sort of grayback siding. So make a note of that on the file, so we know, and we can scrap that shit and we can load up a bunch of grayback in the fucking warehouse. You know, just take 4 or 5 big pieces of it, just throw it back there and then scrap the rest of it. So keep your eyes peeled for that if you do sell a vinyl. You know, a lot of times too, it's because it's breaking, it's falling apart, shit like that. They might have a piece that fell off and stuff. I mean, kind of pull it back, take a look at it. If you know it's grayback, you know, pin it. That's going to be our best chance of finding some of it. You know, and then you can use it in your pictures and shit like that too, and say, hey, I went and replaced this fucking siding with the .046. It was grayback before and everything else. Yeah, they thought they had to do it. They did it 5 years prior. You know, make your story up and everything else. They did it 5 years prior and it was already falling off, and now they have to fucking do it again. So, what are you looking at?
Look at that. That's the 12 and 13 that we have left, right?
Yeah.
We still have that one?
Yep.
The natural cedar?
Yep,
I was
natural
looking at it
cedar.
up close, so I haven't seen that.
So, didn't Anthony say he's fucking got some snips or something? We'll get that cut up
Yeah,
at the end of the day.
yeah,
too.
he was walking around with them yesterday.
Was he?
Yeah.
Is that color in the
Yeah, he did have them. He grabbed
in the sample, in the quest sample?
Yeah, it's in the quest. Is Anthony in yet?
yeah. He's gonna have trouble opening the door.
Okay.
Anthony, fuck your coffee. Get in here.
Only closers get coffee.
Coffee's for closers.
Fuck you, that's my name.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Sorry I'm late.
Asshole.
Yeah, we've just been waiting on you, man.
You got that girl?
Oh, fuck. All right, we're just going over samples. Do you need a piece of grayback? Or do you have grayback siding?
I have great back.
Do you have grayback? Do you need any cedar discoveries or structure? Or are you all set on those samples?
I'm all good.
All right, there's window brochures in the middle if you guys didn't grab any yesterday.
Thank you.
Baffles, do you need any Sure Star? Sure Sharp or
Sure sharp.
Baffled.
Sure sharp.
you need a
Sure
baffle?
Sharp.
That fucker, you just put the box
That
over.
doesn't sound good.
And do you have a tube of
Restaurant.
installation?
No, I don't.
Reach behind you there, we go.
Here at our restaurant, yeah, sure, sure, technology.
Here at White Castle.
Let paint books.
Sure.
Dave just thought of $1 billion idea for White Castle.
What's up?
Sure, sure, technology.
Sure.
Sure, sure.
Appreciate it. Sure.
Featured with White Castle.
Sure, sir.
In Taco Bell.
Sure shard technology. You think you sharded? You're covered. We got you covered.
White Castle's got the highest grade beef out of all fast food restaurants.
They make it themselves. They patty it themselves.
Yep.
All right, all right, guys, let's talk about some closing here, and then we'll get into our spins and shit later. So I got on the board doubt and no doubt.
No doubt.
When we're in a presentation or in a sit, all right, we're kind of like the attorney at the end of the day. You know, I mean, we have to persuade the customer one way or another to take our side or, you know, oppose the, you know, the opposition or whatnot. You know, you go back to fucking, what's his name, football player who killed his wife.
Barry Sanders.
No, who killed his
O.J.
wife.
Simpson.
O.J. Simpson, okay? How did he get off? How did he get off from murder?
Because the glove don't fit, you must acquit. But
Right.
everyone knows that
It wasn't
only
beyond
once it gets
reasonable
wet, shrinks.
There was a doubt,
There was a doubt.
right? There was a doubt there.
It wasn't
That if
beyond
the
reasonable doubt.
gloves that they found the blood on and everything else didn't fit his hands, there was a doubt that maybe it wasn't him. And they planted that seed of the doubt, and that's what got him off on murder charges, whether he did it or not, or whatever the fucking case is. But the attorneys, they planted that seed in there of that reasonable doubt. Okay, and that's what got him off. And at the end of the day, that's what our job is in the customer's house, is against our competition to place that doubt. Did they go up in the attic? Well, then how do they know what kind of problems you're having? Somebody had one where, who was against Tittle yesterday? Okay,
That was a big one too.
did they go onto the roof?
Nope.
Okay,
Wow.
that's something you gotta bring up to your customer.
They
You
told
know-
them that they discount the labor 50%.
So does
That's
our
what they
ad
told the
and-
customer.
That's our ad and say.
Okay, so
Yeah,
if we're
that's
talking,
it.
if we're talking about, right, and I get that, but if we're talking about building a doubt against and having the customer doubt your competition, okay, and you find out something like the fact that they didn't even go up on the roof, how are you gonna use that against that guy? How are you gonna create doubt inside in the mind of the customer?
She created it herself.
How do
So
you know?
He didn't even go up there.
Like, how are they gonna know what you need if they don't even see what you need?
He was
Okay.
here
I
20
ran into that
minutes.
yesterday. That's the first thing she told me. Like, I got into the house, or talked to her, or whenever I got there. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna take some pictures, and I'm gonna get up on the roof, and then I'm gonna go into your attic. You know, and she's like, you're gonna go into the attic? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I'm like, how can I, address your needs if I don't go into your attic? She's like, oh, that makes it feel so much better. She's like, I had Hanson's out here last week. The guy took a satellite picture of the top of my house, and then he was trying to zoom in on spots from that. He didn't get up on the roof. He didn't get up in the attic because I told him I had a spot in my bedroom that was leaking. I had some ceiling spots, and I wanted him to check. He said, well, if it's leaking up there, then we don't even have to go up there and check. Yada yada yada. But I'm like, how can this guy even give you a proper quote if he doesn't even know what he even has to bring to the job site? I'm like, I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna, check out your roof. I found all these spots, for it. I found one in the attic. I saw a big old hole. I was looking at the sky from inside the attic. I'm like, this is something I see. And I'll go in there for 10 minutes, And she was like, that's exactly why, I didn't trust that other guy, So that's how kind of how I use it. I'm like, how can we even address your needs if we don't even know what we're trying to address in the first place?
Right, exactly. Again, they're gonna buy from you because they trust you. You're in the house because they didn't trust something about that last guy, and they have that doubt already in their mind. But you gotta bring that back up again and make them realize, kind of like what you were talking about. How can they, even know exactly what kind of problems you have if they didn't even go up on your roof? All right. But if we're saying that and creating that doubt against the other rep, we also at the same point have to create no doubt on our end of it all. If we're gonna sit there and we're gonna recommend something about the ventilation, we have to create no doubt in their mind that you know what the fuck you're talking about. How are you gonna be able to tell them that the proper ventilation is certain if you haven't gone up in the attic, right? So how else, what are our competitions doing where we can, if they're telling us something, our customers, how else can we create doubt in the customer's mind about our competition? What else, going up on a roof is one. What's another thing?
Like I said this a second ago, they told her that they were discounting the labor. And I told her, how would you feel if you went into work one day and they told you, hey, today you're getting paid half? How would you do that job?
Right. So again, you're building that doubt. You want somebody who's working and only getting paid half of what they normally should be getting paid working on your house?
Not only that, but they pay.
Do you think they're gonna be really motivated to do a great job when they're getting half of what they normally get? Somebody's gotta pay for it. It's coming right out of the installer's pocket.
They told her.
Be
that
careful,
she
it's not a calling from a save on, because it's the same ad we're running. You
He's
know?
like, well, I got this one, motherfucker.
They told her that she was getting the platinum, and then they didn't even quote her for the platinum. There was the gold and the silver, and then they didn't even put a number in the platinum box.
Right.
Tittle.
So they did it all. They did it all.
And most of the platinum contractors, a lot of them are doing the same thing. They come in, they present everything, and that's where you guys gotta make sure too, you're clear. You know, if you go down to the preferred, look, you're not getting the warranty with the platinum and stuff like that, because again, we don't wanna bait and switch them. We don't wanna have that out there, but I've been hearing that from a lot of different places too. And that's, you gotta see it in writing. Oh yeah, they said the same stuff, they're a platinum contractor, that's fine. Okay, let me just see it in writing. Yes, they are platinum, Tittle is a platinum, but a lot of times too, they offer different packages just like we do. You know, we have your platinum package where you're paying for that warranty, you're paying for that piece of paper, as well as the underlayments and everything that goes with it. But you can still get a hell of a roof with that same type of shingle and have that platinum contractor install it, but you're just not getting that warranty. Which one are they giving you here? And then when you broke it down, you found out, no, it was something equivalent to our preferred, but they were a platinum contractor. But they were trying to throw the fucking sheet over the fucking head and make them think that they were getting a platinum contract from it until somebody actually broke it down and looked at it. You know, and that's where you create that doubt within the customer's mind. These little things, we talk about planting the seed, these little commitments we get during the whole presentation is what ultimately is gonna win us that case. It's not just one big fucking point, it's all of these little things. The guy didn't get up on your fucking attic, or get up in your attic, how's he gonna inspect what's going on? You know, when you go into the doctors and stuff and you get evaluated, you just don't say, hey doc, I'm not feeling good, and they give you a script. No, they check your ears, your eyes, they look at you from the inside. That's exactly what I gotta do. You know, think of it as I'm the roofing doctor. I'm here to inspect the roof and find out what exactly your symptoms are and what problems you're having, so I can diagnose the problem and prescribe the right solution for you. But if I can't look in your attic, how the fuck am I gonna know what's gonna happen? I could put a nice shingle back on there or whatever, but the same thing's gonna happen to the shingle you have up there now. It's just gonna get destroyed because you're not taking care of what caused the problem. Okay, now I'm building one little aspect, one little commitment of doubt in their mind. They didn't get up on the roof. Well, how are they going to inspect the roof to see exactly where the damage is, if your flashings and stuff are proper, if you need crickets and all of that stuff, if you have any soft or rotted wood? You know, I was up there dancing on your roof. Okay, I know exactly the soft spots and everything else. I've noted it, so therefore I can charge you appropriately, say that we need to have extra wood and stuff in here. Now you have a little bit more doubt. Okay, the guy mentions, well, he gave me half off install. You know, let me ask you, that's a great scenario. You go to work and you're getting half the pay. How motivated are you going to do or how motivated are you going to be that day to do your job? You know, if you're only getting half of what you got paid yesterday, you're creating doubt the whole time. And you're fucking destroying your competition at that point, one by one little piece. And then when it comes down to the close and the guy's like, well, he was half of what you were. Well, fuck yeah, he should be. Just because they tell you that though at that point doesn't mean that they're wanting to go to that price and they want you to match it and everything else. But you've created that doubt. You shouldn't have to go to that price. You need to fucking stick to your guns. You know, I went up on your roof. I know exactly what's going on with your roof. I went up in your attic. I know that you don't have proper ventilation and you need this type of edge venting and stuff to make sure we're going to pass inspection. Well, last guy didn't even go up in your attic. I guarantee you, if he didn't go up in your attic, he didn't identify that stuff. He didn't charge you for it. So when it comes out and the city comes back and says, hey man, you can't pass inspection because you don't have proper ventilation. All right, who do you think is going to get the bill at the end of the day? Is that really the game you want to play at that point, or would you rather know up front exactly what's going to cost and have it explained to you properly? That's why I'm here. Now you're creating the no doubt. How do we, all right, we're talking about building up the doubt against our competition. How do we create no doubt in the mind of a customer about us?
Get in the attic, get on the roof.
Wait, you gotta do all the shit that you just talked
said-
about. You gotta
Do
do all that
everything that you
shit.
doubted from them. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
So find out what the fuck they were doubting about the last guy and make sure you go above and beyond and do everything that we should do. But our digital analysis, they don't have to doubt the fact that they need a roof. The last guy didn't even go up on the roof. He has an appointment set up for a roof. Yeah, you fucking need it. It's 12 years old. It's fucking time. Okay? There's no doubt the minute you go up there, Anthony, do one of your digital analysis, come back and show it to them on the fucking video. Now they don't have that doubt in their mind. So you're creating the doubt against your competition, but you're also creating no doubt in the favor of you. And so all of these little things, they continue to add up. Getting up in the attic, taking pictures. They don't have to doubt the fact that they don't have any proper ventilation because you turn off the lights and you go like this with your fucking camera and there's no fucking light that's coming through there. So when you come back and say, look, man, if you have ventilation, you're going to see some sort of daylight or whatever coming through your ventilation or your soffits, and you can see from here. Do you see any ventilation or do you see any light? No. So you really think you have open ventilation? No. There again, is there no doubt? They're not sitting there looking at you as a salesperson and you're trying to sell them or tell them something. You're creating that no doubt situation. Now at that point, that's when they're trusting you and want to come through. That's when they're going to spend more money because they know you've gone above and beyond than what everybody else has done for them. Okay? How else can we create that no doubt in the customer's mind?
Being very thorough in the
drop.
presentation.
Okay? Going over everything,
Don't drop too much.
right? You lose a lot of credibility. Not too much necessary, but too quick.
No.
Yeah.
The minute we give a price and we say, oh no, that's only good for today, that's what's going on. And they go, man, that's still a little high. You go, oh, let me call my boss back. And you jump back on the phone real quick. No. This is fucking it, man. You're willing to do this, 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 and this for us, and that's where we're able to do it. Sit on that fucking price. And remind them about the other guy and the doubt that they had about him again. Bring that shit back up. Because they're bringing it up. Wow, you're still $3,000 higher than the other guy. Yeah, but did he get on your roof? Did he go up in your attic? Did you really evaluate your needs and what you have going on in this situation? Oh, that's right. And they may not tell you that, but you know what's going on in their mind, just like you're thinking about it right now. And the more you build up, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's why we talk about in the pitch, these small commitments lead to the large ones at the end. If you continually build that doubt and just stack them, eventually you're going to have a fucking mound of doubt in their head. And you've eliminated any doubt that they've had in their mind about you because you showed up on time, right? You're sitting there saying, hey, we're going to fucking install your roof 4 to 6 weeks from now. Okay? If they have a doubt about that, it's done because you showed up 10 minutes late. How the fuck are they going to trust you on that part? Right? I mean, throughout our presentation, we're making a lot of promises to these customers. This is exactly how it's going to happen. This is what's going on. We're showing pictures of our installation. We're showing them the exact materials that we're using. Okay, let me ask you a question. He just showed you a shingle board. So do you know what he's putting underneath it? Oh, it looks something similar to what he said it was a synthetic. It didn't tear and everything else. Okay, but did he show it to you? Well, no. So how do you know really which one you're getting? You're building that doubt. Did he show you his builder's license? No, he told me he has one. Okay. Does that really mean he has one? I don't know. I'll have to call him. How many times have you had that at the end? I'm going to call back the other guy to find out if he really had it. Okay? All the fucking time, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's something you need to bring up during your presentation slowly. Don't kill them on it. But the fact of the matter, if they had these other things, if they really had their builder's license, okay, by law, I have to show you it. That's law. If he's not showing it, oh, I left it in my car, huh? Okay, he's too lazy, he can't go to his fucking car and get it? So what's going to happen when your felt paper tears on there? Do you think he's going to go above and beyond to tape and seal up all the seams? Or do you think he's just going to throw a shingle on it? If he's too lazy to walk to his fucking car to get his builder's license to prove that he's legit and he should even be in your house, do you really think he's going to go above and beyond on your roof? If there's an issue or if there's a flashing or something? You're building that doubt, right? It doesn't matter what their cost is at that point. The whole thing, we ran into my brother a couple weeks ago or whatever, Fred did. And, we pulled out the fucking contract and we were going line by fucking line. It didn't say nothing about house wrap. It didn't say nothing about us or about them retrimming the windows out. It didn't say nothing about what kind of gutters were actually being used. So we went through it line by line and we were asking the customer and they're like, well, I don't know. Well, if he's not even going to spend the time to explain that stuff to you, you really think he's going to go above and beyond in different areas of it? He's too lazy to fucking go to his car and show you the wrap that he's going to use or explain to you that the proper way of doing it is to re-wrap all of your windows? Well, he said he could just butt it up to him and we didn't need the window trim. Okay, is that the right way of doing it? Now you have a seam there, right? And if water gets in between that seam and it starts rotting out the wall, is it your windows and your window trim that did it? Because you call up your window guy, you say, no, my windows were fine before you had siding done. And then the siding guy's going to go, no, I put everything up to here, and that's your window trim. And now you're at a finger pointing game, and who's responsible? Is that the position you want to be in? The proper way is to remove those window trims, run the underlayment straight up to the window, have your ice or your fucking water or the Tyvek or whatever run up to it, seal it, and then recap it with new trim. So now no water can get behind there, there's no seam, and you're completely sealed up. That's the right way of doing it. Did he explain that to you? No. Then does he really care about your project? And just leave that question on him. That's a question, one of the hypothetical ones. I don't want a fucking answer. I just want him to think about it. And as you keep asking those questions throughout your pitch, you're building your case against your competition, where you're fucking scaring the shit out of them because you've created so much doubt about anybody out there, whether they've had the estimates or whether they're having the other estimates come up. You're building all that doubt that there's that unknown, and then you're eliminating the doubt on your end because you're providing to them by educating them and showing them the different things and doing those little steps, getting there on time, looking more professional than the other guy. You're not the fucking installer who just rolled out of bed and everything else and just, oh, I'm going to give you a quote. My other buddy down at, I told you, Red Baron or whatever. He'll get 7, 8 appointments or whatever a day, and he'll just go through and fucking, he don't care if they're even there or whatever the case is. He's just fucking, I'll take some measurements and I'll email you a quote. Not explaining shit. You guys should be able to destroy that type of thing by creating so much doubt against them because you never saw anything from this guy. You just got a fucking email with a great price. You know, sir, I'm here on a job interview. Okay, I want you to hire me to do this work. What do you think the chances are I'm going to get hired to work? Let me think about this. You know, if I came in and I just sat there and I gave you a business card and said, hey man, you know, I saw the position you had in the paper. There's my name and number, my address on the front and on the back of it's my desired salary. Okay? Give me a call when you're ready to hire me. And another guy came in and sat you down and went through his whole fucking resume and explained everything. This is my references. This is my background. This is everything that I've done, my experience, all of that stuff. Here's my different certifications of everything. And then this is what I expect to get paid and what I'm looking for my salary. Which one do you think is going to have a better chance of getting hired? Which one would you feel more comfortable hiring, Jeff?
The guy that provides you a bunch of information.
Right. Otherwise, you got their name, telephone number, and how much. Right? Well, that's no different than this dude from Red Baron. He fucking sends you an email quote with his fucking name, his address, and the price of what it's going to cost. But he hasn't fucking told you anything about him, anything about the materials that they're using, anything about the company and the background, no references, none of that stuff. All you're looking at is name, phone number, and a fucking price. You going to feel real comfortable hiring that company not knowing anything about them? Would you feel comfortable hiring that person for your job position? Not knowing anything about them? Okay, I'm here on a job interview, sir. I'm here to present my resume. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm educating you. I'm showing you my references, the different types of products and materials and different things that we've done in the past, my certifications, why I'm qualified for this type of job, and then I'm going to provide you with the price. So at the end of the day, you can sit down and make an educated decision on who you want to go ahead with this project. Fair enough? So for that dude who's fighting you about getting to the kitchen table, use that job, job interview. That's what I'm here on a job interview. I need to present my resume. If I just flip you a price on the back of a business card, you don't know nothing about me. You don't know anything about the products I'm using, any references, why I'm qualified to do this job. You don't know if I just got out of jail last night and now I'm here trying to make a couple bucks. Is that the kind of guy you want working on your house? Doing siding, sitting at your house on ladders for 2 weeks or whatever while you're at work and your kids are home and your wife's at home and everything else, peeking through your windows? You don't know anything about me. Just buy a price on a fucking card. Is that really who you want on your fucking on ladders looking through your windows? Think about it. It happens all day long. You hear the stories and shit.
You want to hire Peep and Tom?
Right. Peep and Tom Home Improvement.
Do we have a Peep and Tom guarantee?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
Peep
I
and
gotta
Tom.
go back to jail after this appointment, but
Yeah. We're release call. That's why I can't run late appointments and shit. But again, it's about building that doubt, guys. I mean, you see where I'm going with it? It's you're building your case. Just no different than as an attorney. You're building your case against your competition, and then you're sitting there going, okay, here, this is what I can do for you. You guys have seen my siding pitch when I've gone through my actual book. I think I did that in here or whatever,
Yeah.
talking about the Knights of Columbus and shit.
Yep.
Okay, that's what made my dad awesome at fucking siding sales, is the fact that he just scared the fuck out of everybody. He created so much doubt that these people were squirming in their seat. They didn't even want siding because he scared the fuck out of them so bad. Because there were so many hacks out there. If it's not done right, you're gonna have so many problems and you're just pissing your money away. And he'd freak them out so bad, and then he'd go, okay, now here's the good. I've shown you the bad and the ugly, here's the good. This is how we do it. This is how, and he'd show every little fucking detail and everything else. And he'd always make that comment, look, I'm showing you these details because we're not just slapping this stuff on. And he'd always make that comment after every fucking page, every little light block he'd show, the mitered corners and all of that stuff. So he spent the whole first half of the pitch creating doubt against fucking, you don't want anybody to do it. It's 90% fucking labor. Anybody can buy this shit. It's who's installing it. Look at all these fucking hacks that are out here. Anybody who owns a fucking pickup truck and a ladder is a fucking siding company. They're ABC Construction today, they're CBA Construction tomorrow. Look at the yellow pages, from the 4-year period that I, was showing you guys. 36 companies either entered the industry or exited the industry. Okay, and half the guys are the same guys doing it, they just changed their name. All he's doing that whole time is building doubt. about all these fucking hacks out there. You need to fucking find somebody you can trust, somebody that's reliable, somebody that's dependable. You know, we have 3, 4.5 to 5-star ratings across the board. Why? Because people can trust us. We do great fucking work. This is it. This is what we're doing. I'm pointing out these details, and because if I wasn't pointing them out, the details of the mitered corners, do you really think I'm going to spend the extra time and money and waste on my material to cut the miters and everything at 45 degrees? Fuck no. If I wasn't doing it that way, I wouldn't be showing you these pictures. I'm showing you these pictures because I want to paint the picture of exactly how your house and what the job is going to look like at the end. It's going to be amazing. But the last guy didn't show you nothing. You shouldn't have to fucking go down and compete with his price. Fuck him. And it is. It's all fucking labor. It's labor intense. Yes, we pay our guys more, but this is why. This is why we have the great ratings that we have. You know, if you do a great job at your work, you want to be rewarded, right? Get paid accordingly. Well, we feel we pay our guys accordingly for the type of quality they got. Yeah, I can get it cheaper, but I'm not willing to sacrifice our reputation just to get you a little bit better deal. You know, yeah, I want your business, but I don't need it. You know, and now again, you're creating that doubt, but then you're creating for our end of it all, that no doubt. You're taking that away from them. And that's where you're going to get more money. You shouldn't have to drop. In your discounts, we have to make sure we're creating no doubt that it's real. Right? You have to go into that story and explain it to them. You shouldn't have to
This
use...
fucking guy, Jeff.
Uh-oh.
He blew my mind, man. He the way he did his advertising assistance discount. I'm like, damn, that was good. Talking about the commercials, the presidential commercials. He's like, yeah, because of that, we're taking the money, diverting it out, and giving it back to the customer.
I like this in the branding we're doing. I mean, I know other companies do like some sort of like sign thing. We never really got into that much. You know, we always just put a sign out there with our jobs. Now we got
Well, exactly. So what's happening is they have doubt in their mind about this whole sign discount because nobody else explained, hey, put out a sign, I'll save you $500. So he's creating that doubt from everybody else downplaying it, but yet he's still wrapping it into the same fucking discount that everybody else is because with his story, he's pulling that doubt away from him and giving him credibility on it.
So Fred always says from each job, like when he's doing the advertising assist and going through it, he says from the job sign we get on average 2 to 3 jobs from that. You never know if that job is going to be a $70,000, $100,000 job because the guy wants everything done. So it's, yeah, we're going to save you money today so we can take that gamble of getting that huge job.
For sure.
So.
And again, going back to it's in the story and everything else, people want to see how the inner workings of business work. They want to feel a part of it. Yeah. Okay? And if you don't hide that shit from them and just put it right out there, look, this is how we save money. This is legit. It really is, man. You know, I was going through the stuff from the advertising assistants, and that's where I got to get a report created for Zach back there, where he can just sit there, because everything that's on that list, I got a checklist in there. So when they're reading it off the sheet,